All right, sophomore running back Eric Gray is here. Our last player today. Hit the raise your hand function and we'll call on you for questions. All right, David Pascal, then Jimmy Himes.
Hey, Eric, after going back and looking at the tape, what would you say Georgia did to give your running game such a difficult time this past Saturday?
Well, it's a big testament to Georgia. They have a great front seven. They did a great job. They had a great scheme. And for the most part, they just outplayed us in the second half.
And then what kind of roller coaster does it seem like it's been the last couple of weeks when you consider at Missouri, y'all could do no wrong and rush for 232 yards and then -1? What kind of, does it seem like it's been kind of a wild ride these last 2 weeks?
That's kind of how it goes sometimes. You just got to keep going, keep working. Today in practice, we got to work on that run game, keep it going, and I think we'll get back on track.
Thank you.
Eric, when you weren't able to run with effectiveness against Georgia, did that frustrate the offense?
I think to be efficient, we have to run the ball efficiently in any game. And when you don't run the ball efficiently, it can kind of mess it up. But I think it was a good testament for us, a good learning curve for us.
And you got Kentucky coming up. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch much of them, but do you feel like with the offensive line that you had that you'll have more success running the football against Kentucky?
I still believe our offensive line is one of the best offensive lines in the country, no matter what. So I think we'll definitely have some success running the ball.
All right, Nicholas Hill.
Yeah, obviously, after a difficult game like that where you really struggle to run the ball, just what are those first meetings like between the running backs and the offensive line in order to get yourselves back on the same page moving forward to reestablish some of the rushing successes you had against Missouri?
It starts in practice, you know what I'm saying? It starts in going hard in practice, making sure we're all on the same page in practice, make sure we're all going hard so we can see the holes. We're not going against the ones a lot, so when we're going against scout team, we just got to make sure we're doing everything right and doing everything hard.
Brent Hubbs, then Patrick Brown.
Eric, you had 8 catches in the game against Georgia. Part of that, I'm sure, was because the running game was not going as well. But do you see that part of your game evolving, and do you see your role in the passing game taking on a kind of a different plan moving forward based on what you guys did with you guys in the passing game on Saturday?
Well, I definitely think in today's game, getting your running back out and catching passes in space is the life of a running back nowadays. And for me to do that and for me to show that I can do that is just helping me improve my game.
Eric, you said you still had belief and confidence in your offensive line. What have you seen from those guys? How have they kind of reacted to what happened on Saturday?
Like I said, it was a learning curve for everyone. Everyone has to look themselves in the mirror and say, what do I need to do to get better? And those guys have done that. And today we're going to go out and practice and make sure we do all the right things so we make sure that doesn't happen again.
Other questions for Eric? Back to Jimmy Himes.
Eric, would you like to play in the same backfield with Ty Chandler a little bit more? Do you think that would make you guys difficult to defend?
I think with us back there, it definitely gives the defense a different look on who's getting the ball and who you have to cover. But, I leave all those schemes and all those plays to Coach Chaney. He's the mastermind up there.
And do you also think that both you and Ty Chandler are really good pass catchers, whether it's out of the backfield or maybe lining up in the slot, that you are weapons in that regard?
I definitely think we are both weapons outside the game. Like I said, in today's game, you have to be able to catch it out of the backfield to be successful.
Austin Price.
Eric, you guys had that kind of like scrimmage for the guys that haven't been playing, for those young guys on Sunday. I assume all you vets were out there, just kind of watching that. What did you see from those guys, and just kind of how much do you try to help those guys? Because I know a year ago you were in that similar type position.
Those guys actually went out there and played really hard. I was really proud of them and being able to get out there and play. The running backs, I think, did a great job just going out there and playing. I guess it kind of felt like high school to those guys again, just going out there and playing and showing what they could do.
What did you think of D. Beckwith? What do you he's new to the position, but what does he bring?
I think he had a great scrimmage as well. He's a big guy, big tough runner. It's going to be hard to bring down. I think he brings that toughness and that hard running to it.
Back to Nicholas Hill.
Yeah, so Kentucky is a run-first offense, very similar to what you guys are. Because of that, this could be a shorter game where time of possession is key. Just how do you change your approach as a running back in a game where both teams are going to really look to establish the run?
It comes down to making plays. When you got the ball, you got to make plays, and you can't leave it all out there on the field. You got to leave it all out there on the field. You can't leave any empty possessions. You got to go out there and make plays when it's needed.
Back to Patrick Brown and Jimmy Himes after that.
Eric, when you went back and watched the Georgia game, what do you think that you and Ty needed to do better? What did you guys do well? Running the ball, catching it, pass protection, all those things.
We just gotta all be on the same page. I think it was some runs where we could have busted it for more than we did, but we got to stay true to our track, stay true to our alignment and our assignment, and I think we'll get better at it.
Eric, when you struggle offensively like you did against Georgia, does that affect your confidence any?
Well, I like to say I'm a confident guy, and not being able to run the ball isn't going to affect it like that, but you just got to know that you got to keep going, got to keep striving, and things will get better.
And what do you see out of Kentucky's run defense?
I think they have a good run defense. I've watched them. They got a big front three, big front four on that defensive line, but I think our offensive line will put them to the test this week.
Any other questions for Eric? All right. Thanks, Eric. We appreciate it.